going to like, are they going to wisp Dusa? Seems like it could be good. Not really anything wrong with that. The Dusa protects the supernova really well. The Aghanim Scepter upgrade on the Medusa isn't too bad. It's not good enough that you would normally buy it yourself. It's also Dusa, a decent hero against Axe. You don't really care too much about Axe falling you.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe that's what they're going for here. They might just get run over if that's the case, but I'm just trying to think of what other heroes have a good enough Ags upgrade that they're gonna bother picking them. Because I really think that's what Wisp has become now. He's just sort of become this Aghanim's gimmick. I'd really like them to kind of take that away, perhaps, and then make the hero stronger, like in general. Buff some of his other stuff back up, but it seems like for now the Ags tether thing is really where we're existing at the moment. So Lotac. I guess they have to decide if it's support Axe or position 3 Axe. I would imagine it's just going to be position 3. They do have options. Lone Druid could be mid, he could be safe lane. Could be a decent game for like a Witch Doctor if they wanted against the Centaur and the Wisp. Pretty solid. We are looking at 3 strength heroes so far from 496, so Timbersaw maybe briefly flickers across your mind, but I don't think it's really all that good in this situation. What are Lotac gonna go for? They've got quite a bit of time to discuss here. I think it's probably just gonna be the Yamate hero. Okay. Looks like that may have taken a little bit of convincing, but I do think this is a good silencer game. The damage from their supports is now a little bit weird and maybe a little bit lacking, but it is certainly a good hero against the Phoenix and also a good hero against the Wisp. Last Word feels so bad now, it does so little damage, so maybe we'll see early points in Glaives, or just one early point in Glaives for Silencer to do some damage.
5 seconds remaining.
Lotac have slightly better ganking supports, but not by much. And okay, it is just going to be Wisp Gyro. We are 100% in last patch for 496 now. Which I'm not sure if I like, to be honest. This feels a little bit weird. So I guess they're still just looking for their mid. They don't have last pick though, so Lotac are going to have the opportunity to get a solid mid matchup going
5 seconds remaining.
For Chuan, which should be good. What else can they do here? Do they need a little bit more front line? They wouldn't go amiss. But they do also probably need a little bit more damage. TA is not looking great. Invoker I don't think is too amazing, but not terrible. Storm Spirit ban would seem to suggest that they're just thinking about picking Lina, but it could also be a bit of a fake out. Or maybe they're thinking about like picking Tinker or something, but that seems unlikely. But if they ban, like, are they getting baited here? If 496 ban Lina, are Lotac just gonna pick something that like Lina is bad? That's bad against Lina. So maybe they want them to ban Lina. But they could have just banned Lina themselves. But, you know, maybe they also wanted Storm Spirit bans here or something like that. I don't even know what's bad against Lina in lane. A bunch of melee heroes, I suppose. Don't really cope with the lane all that well. There's a few heroes that Lina bullies pretty effectively. So, what are 496 actually worried about? I don't know if there's like a clear mid-pick that stands out here as being amazing for Lotac. Ooh, Broodmother band. Okay. I think that's smart. But I think if you really wanted to pick Broodmother, wouldn't you ban like Kunkka? Storm's decent against Brood, but I think Kunkka is like the real deal mid lane counter. Just gives Broodmother such a hard time. Makes her game really, really difficult to play. Broodmother might not even be so good anymore. The map changes, I hadn't even thought about this, but the map changes probably make Brood quite a bit worse, because all of the ancient camps are further away from mid lane than they used to be. And 496 just gonna go for Huskar. Okay, that's a really interesting way to protect the egg. I hadn't thought about that, but the AoE disarm from Huskar is actually super useful as a way to protect the supernova. Okay, and they can give the Ags bonus over to the Huskar as well. That's cute.
10
Okay.
seconds remaining.
I mean, I think it's just going to be Gyrocopter getting the Ags tether this entire game, but the
5
Huskar is
seconds
also a
remaining.
cute idea. I'm on board with this. And now they have to pick something that kind of does okay against the Huskar in lane. Though Huskar's laning matchups have probably changed quite a bit since the changes to Berserker's Blood.
You may now
And
select your
Lotac,
heroes.
lacking a better option, are just going to go for the Invoker. I like the Invoker this game. Spirit Vessel is going to be super important against the Wisp, the Phoenix, and the Huskar. So, really expecting to see an early Vessel out of the Invoker. This is historically not an amazing matchup for the Invoker, but also there might be some rotations coming through from net on the Rubik or something like that. So we'll have to see what happens. It's like a 7.19 draft versus this. Well, this is also kind of a 7.19 draft. Aside from the Lone Druid and the Rubik, everything else feels like the comfort zone for these two teams, now that they're both facing elimination, is to just pick heroes that they kind of know how to play. But I don't know how much Lone Druid Raven's been playing. Suppose we shall see. The last game today the last game for Southeast Asia, and the last game that I'm casting. I think, how soon is CIS kicking off? It may actually already be starting. Where's my schedule? No, an hour. Okay, cool. Sweet. So, anyone who wants to watch the major is stuck with me. There you go. Tough luck, everybody. But, this should be a good one. Game 1, almost a complete stomp. Game 2, a little bit more back and forth. Lotac honestly looked a little bit discombobulated. And now we'll have to see what is in store for us for game number 3. Overlays going. Alright. So yeah, but it's going to be Ohio Axe, a Net Rubik, Chuan Invoker is going to be going for double null, Yamate Silencer, and Raven Lone Druid versus Secret Centaur, Seal Phoenix, Red Huskar, Yassi Wisp, and 458 on the Gyrocopter. Alright. Good luck, my boy Raven. Okay, a little bit of friendly bants back and forth here. Invoker with the ward. Did he get spotted? Don't think so. Might still get dewarded anyway. Huskar with the bracer first. Okay, gonna be going double bracer into armlet, so nothing too shocking there. I don't know if we're gonna be seeing any holy lockets this game. I haven't seen it built
30 seconds to battle.
yet in the patch, and haven't seen it in any of the pro games so far today. At least none of the ones that I've cast. But could be something that maybe Wisp looks at. He opts for. Invoker with the Exort so far. I don't know if he's going to be going kind of full Exort build, or if he will be going for sort of the Abed-esque 3-1-3 and then back for points in Wex. I'd kind of like to see that build. Though I don't know what would that look like now that phase boots are nerfed, or phase boots are different for Invoker. You don't want phase on Quaswex. I guess you just buy treads on Quaswex. Feels weird, but that sounds right. And then I guess you go back for your vessel, because I do 100% think they need a fast vessel this game. I don't think either of the two supports can get it quickly enough, and I think the vessel is going to be vitally important against the Huskar Wisp Phoenix. Otherwise, there's just going to be so much sustain. Nope. Net already getting homing missiles here. Interesting. Was Net hoping to... What, was he coming over here to try and snipe a courier or something? Could be. Raven really wants to contest this route. Is he going to get it? No. Seal outclicks him, but now Seal's in a little bit of trouble, and he already skilled the Fire Spirit, so no dive to get out of here. Raven might just be able to run this one down. Couple more auto attacks should do it. Salve used. Not dead. Ooh, surviving on less than 10 HP. Single digits. So in the end, it is going to be 3 bounty runes for 496, but a salve cancelled, and Phoenix forced all the way back to base. So I still think Lotac not all that unhappy with how that played out. Ohio with very much a lane designed, item build, sorry, to contest the lane. Not going to be going for the double stout shield or anything like that. It looks like Net is going to be just hanging around down here as well. Invoker, Sunstriking himself a range creep. I want to see how this... How does this regen actually end up working out? Doesn't seem like that much so far. But it's also... It's a multiplier of his strength-based regen, right? Attack speed and health regen resistance based on missing health. Hence regen is a percentage... Oh no, it's a percentage of your strength. Okay. So it still scales. Yamate, alright, just giving it to them with the Arcane Curse. A little bit weird to see the Silencer just playing the lane with the Lone Druid. This is not sort of your usual MO for a Lone Druid. Normally he just wants to be left to his own devices, but Yamate doesn't really have anywhere else to get experience, so he's just going to be chilling up here and running pulls, I would imagine. And Ohio is actually starting to cut the wave now. Net down here to just make the CSing a little bit more difficult, spam some Fade Bolts, keep them under the tower. Seems to be doing a pretty nice job of it so far. Mid lane, Huskar, a bit of an edge. Able to start applying some pressure with these 2 points up at the Burning Spears, but Invoker should be able to sustain reasonably well with some points in Quas. Seeker getting a right click. Ooh, Raven does just get barely clipped by that stomp there. And Net is on his way over towards mid lane. I don't know if this... Oh, if... What? I think they have to land all of Invoker's abilities. Like, Sunstrike has to land, but they also need the Cold Snap and the Forge Spirit to kill him. They're gonna try for it. He's kind of low. Alright. Oh, do they even need the Sunstrike? Maybe not. Just gonna right-click him. Alright, that's an easy first blood. Good rotation from Net.
As indeed.
Guess I didn't really account for the fact that, like, the Fade Bolt was gonna do full damage and everything like that, so... Huskar, even with 2 bracers, taken out. And Ohio happy to just keep... This is the nice thing about picking Axe. And this is the other thing... This is the reason that people were picking Axe, I think, last patch. Is because it lets your supports roam. Like, Axe and Enigma both enabled you to actually have a support that could go and play elsewhere. Instead of having to just sit in the lane and help their offlaner. And that's kind of what they're doing at the moment. They actually, what, 496 are going to try and come over here and pressure Ohio. Oh, they might be able to kill him, actually. How quickly is this homing missile going to get here? It's quick enough. That is going to be a nice kill. Alright, the Gyro Wisp able to deal with the Axe cutting the lane pretty effectively. They're going to lose a couple of creeps to the tower, but still going to be there for the experience. Not too shabby. Wisp going to head over and grab himself a bottle. Yamate still trying to run some pulls. I don't know where he's going with this creep wave, but... Right up. Oh. And Net with a smoke now. Huskar not tenderized to his liking just yet, so is instead gonna try and rotate around and find a gank elsewhere. Phoenix is already salved up, so he's pretty healthy. But Huskar still leading on the CS at mid lane, though not by too much. It does seem like Invoker is kind of coping with the situation. Can they go for him? Huskar again below half HP, no boots, in the river. I think he may have seen Net coming over here. Perhaps. Does have an observer ward, so he's going to see Net as soon as he comes around the tree line. Yeah, knows that he's running at him right now. Gonna get the lift back. TP's coming in. They do have the inner fire coming out. But looks like Red might still just get right-click down. Oh, and that is a big, expensive rotation for the 2 supports, both TPing in. And that's going to mean that Lotac can just play however they want in these other lanes. Ohio still pretty far away from his Ring of Health. Net now rotating over towards top. Secret needs to be a little bit careful. This Lone Druid's not too far away from level 5, so... Going to have the Entangle before too long. And that's where he could be in trouble. This is my problem with the draft from 496. They just haven't given themselves any rotation potential with their supports at all. Like, they really can't make that many plays. They're just sort of forced to sit in their lanes. Phoenix used to be okay, but I think now with the movement speed slow being nerfed on the dive, he's actually a much worse ganking hero than he used to be. And Ohio, so long as he remembers to, as long as he TP's out ahead of the homing missile, I think he's going to be okay. Net weighing up his options at top. Yamate does have a point in the last word now, so they could go for the kill on the Phoenix. Dive is not going to save him. Yamate pokes his nose out. Net, are you coming over here yet? Alright, now he's going for it. Alright, he's going to dive right back to where he came from. Lift up. Sunstrike attempted, not going to do anything. Raven's got level 5, so all he needs is one entangle hit to potentially find this kill, and Secret knows it. He's going to stomp the bear just to make sure. If that had been a first hit root, I think he would have died, so... Well worth it. And this time around, Lotac, similar to the first game, making good rotations on the supports, and that is what is controlling the game for them. Are they stacking on this Gyro Wisp is my big question. And they're doing a little bit, stacking and pulling. That's really where the big farm acceleration comes in for the Gyrocopter. Yeah, okay, he's already kind of... Well, he's trying to get started farming jungle and the lane, but not super easy. Oh, net. Alright. Lift back. Into the fear. Into the root. Very nicely played. He gets the stomp at the last moment, but it's not going to be enough. And this Rubik is just everywhere. 100% kill participation for his team so far. He's just going to be going for a double null talisman early on to bolster his stats up a little bit. Oh. And they see the Phoenix is here. They just gotta wait for that lift cooldown. Might be a little bit difficult to go for this. Oh. Wait. You gotta last word him before he dives, Yamate. That's how this works. Oh. Secret's dead again. And this time around it's gonna cost him 2 in. Lotac just pressuring this tower and no rotation potential. Looks like maybe a TP getting cancelled by Ohio down at bottom. He might pay for this one with his life. He's got the dunk, got some battle hunger, move speed coming up soon, another call. Nah, he'll just be brought down. Yeah, it looks like, what, did Wisps? Somebody's TP looks like it got cancelled by Axe there. Put his body on the line to make sure that that dive up top didn't get punished, and net with another smoke. Huskar looking very vulnerable to ganks so far, and Invoker doing great at mid. He's got 20 denies. Doing A-okay. Has gone back for the point in Wex now, but still only 2 points in Quas. And no sign of a vessel. Just going to be going for the Aghanim Scepter. But maybe they don't even need it. They haven't been struggling to kill the Huskar so far.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, Yamate once again. First onto the scene. There's the lift. Gonna get silenced. Don't even need the Sunstrike to land. Dive through. Wisp is coming in here along with the Gyrocopter. They want this kill on the Invoker. Can they get it? He's gonna go for the TP out of it. Oh, he almost makes it. So close. They did have a dust over on the Wisp. Now they're relocating over onto the Bear, but Raven is gonna be okay. Gets the nice fear off. Keeps himself alive. Throws in a little chat wheel as well. Why not? This guy's got the micro for it. Come on, Nat. Get these CS. I saw you miss CS's Dazzle last game. Oh, never mind. Yep. Hold that thought. Yamate is dead. I don't know what he was doing over here, but does get caught. What, gets caught by the relocate coming back? What was he even doing? Doesn't even have an obs or anything. Oh, Ohio gets the call. Yeah, 458 can be just fine. Did pick up an early drum. Stampede being used, but Secret running himself out of there. And alright, Wisp is teamed back up with the Gyrocopter, so Gyro not looking very vulnerable, but they are thinking about something down around here. Net and Yamate with yet another rotation. If they can just get the last word onto Seal, might be able to find this kill. Gotta lift him back into the Sunstrike. Doesn't work out properly, but they're still gonna get this kill, it looks like. No, Wisp tethers over to him. Gonna keep him alive, and now Red has also made the rotation. They're actually gonna end up losing both of the supports. Oh no, they really needed that Sunstrike timing to work out properly. It is, what, Sunstrike's 1.7 seconds and the lift is only 1.5, so I understand why he kind of cast it ahead of the lift a little bit. Ohio, TP out. Alright, see ya. He's gonna be fine. 2 bounty runes apiece there, and the last couple of minutes working out pretty well for 496. Raven is just gonna be going for a bunch of Wraith Bands into a Maelstrom. Nothing too shocking, just continuing to apply pressure up here at top. Go for the attack range talent before too long. And Invoker, okay, yeah, is going back for the points in Wex now. He's gonna go for the Tornado, Snap Tornado Meatball combo, potentially, but Yassi is just waiting here, kind of daring him. He's also gonna regenerate bottles, so be able to save heroes through whatever comes. Net steals the dive, quickly zooms himself out of there. Oh, over at mid. Wait, did he just jump through the tornado? Alright, nice. Dodging out of the way of that one. Cold Snap's still off cooldown. And he is still going... Okay, so he's mostly playing Exort this game. Got a second point in Wex, but that's about the extent of it so far. The one thing that is probably a little bit nerfed about this Gyro Wisp strategy is that it's going to take Wisp even longer to get to his level 10 talent to get the XP gain. So it's going to be a while before the Gyrocopter actually gets this Ags benefit. Of course, all of the extra mana and being relocated around is fantastic for Gyro anyway, and the move speed, but it feels like the farm rate is really dependent on the Aghanim Scepter. This poor Phoenix has nothing. I'm not exaggerating when I say poor. Jump in at bottom. They've got the Wisp. How did they even find that? Just the lift from Net back into the call, and easy right-click damage coming through. Invoker in a little bit of trouble, but he's got the Tornado to look for the turnaround. Net's got a call down here. Lays it out, just going to do a bit of damage. It's just some harassment really overall. Sunstrike is off cooldown. We're talking about 350 damage, but that's a 700 HP Huskar, so he's going to be just fine. Alright, so the regen numbers are pretty solid. I mean, part of that is his Helm of Iron Will as well, but not that much. Raven quickly rotating down to bottom. They found that kill, and he immediately finds the tier 1 tower. Much more active than the JT Lone Druid that we saw a little bit earlier, but again, I think the lineup is a bit more built around him this game than that Lone Druid was. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking about it. Good Sunstrike, this guy, if they can just land it, but he would actually die. 458 does manage to push out the tower here. He's also going to be going for a Maelstrom. Raven, oh my god. How much damage is this? The Spirit Link plus the Battle Cry? This bear doesn't need items to do damage. Centaur with a double Bracer build coming in to try and defend this, but needs to be careful. He's taking quite a lot of damage. He gets feared. Fall down coming through. They are relocating into the back lines. The fear's already been used. They bring the Huskar in. Raven just going to try for the TP out, and he's successful. He loses the bear. Net also in some trouble, though. And this is going to get... I thought he was going to get flacked down, but no. This gets brought down by the Phoenix. Oh, they bring back the Huskar over to mid lane. The combo damage is not really enough from the Invoker, though. And Ohio biting off a little bit more than he can chew. The Stampede is coming forward. They're going to be looking for the slow. He does have the Tornado. Gets out of the range. We'll be able to lay down the ice wall as well. Actually, this could be trouble for 496. Ravens arrived on the fight. Who can they actually find? Wisp finds a good position, but Huskar jumps in a little bit too far. He breaks the tether. He might be in some trouble. Tether up once again, but Yassi too late to save him. Now Seal also just waiting in the trees here. Gyrocopter in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get lifted back. Sunstrike off cooldown. He's pretty fast, but so are Lotac. He pops the drum charge, and he will be able to escape. What does Phoenix do now? Phoenix? What's up? How does he escape from this? Like, he has a dive. He can dive in and supernova somebody, but can't really do too much here. Oh. Time for the combo. Gyrocopter gets out of the way though. Okay, there you go. Dive supernova. Gets the HP reset at the very least. Didn't really do too much else, but still pretty nice for him. Invoker getting slapped. Raven, alright, he's got his Dragonlance. Now he's going to be going for a Mjolnir. And 496 just pushing mid. Still a pretty close game by the metrics. No global silence just yet from Yamate. These low-level supports feeling like they stay a low level for a much longer time in this patch. And Ohio, looks like maybe not going to go for the Vanguard, just trying to get that Blink Dagger up a little bit more quickly. I think his team is really feeling the lack of initiation right now, and 496 really just deathballing it. They were a bit concerned about a Roshan, so going to go send a Sunstrike scouting over there. As 496 sweep the top half of the map, Lotac just take over the bottom side a little bit. They would really like to get some wards up in the Radiant jungle at the moment, but Yamate also really wants his level 6, so he doesn't want to go and do it. Maybe he gives... could have given that ward over to Net, so he could have planted it, but... Gonna connect down bottom. They've always got that relocate ready to go. The Centaur should have his... Yeah, he does have his blink completed now, so... They might be able to make something happen at bottom. It's actually just going to be Net who pokes his head forward. Push out this wave. He's going for a Yule Scepter first and his Rubik. And Blink Stomp, relocate. Rubik probably dead. Gets the Stomp stolen, gets it out onto 3, and does as much damage as he can before he goes down. Still going to be a monster kill streak for this Gyrocopter. Where did this relocate come from? Do they actually know? The Wisp came back, didn't bring the Gyro with him, but it looks like Yassi just able to walk this one off. Fine. Alright, Invoker, Aghanim Scepter, another 800 gold. Huskar, not sure what he's going to be going for this game. Probably needs an armor item, I imagine. I don't know if is Halberd. Halberd's probably still good. BKB feels kind of mediocre for him this game. We do have the blink up now in Ohio, but no gank just yet to really go with it. Raven, did he complete the Mjolnir, or is he just wanting this BKB now? Looks like he just wants the BKB. Farm rate on this lone druid, nothing insane, but is keeping pace with the Gyrocopter for now, though Wisp now has his level 10 talent, so level 15 talent not going to be too far away. Yeah, not a whole lot happening on the map right now. Both teams seemingly content to just find a little bit more farm, grab their next round of items. Oh, they do spot Yamate here. Observer Ward just catching him, and he will get brought down quickly. And we do actually have... Okay, we do have them smoking up. Respawn on the silencer in 20 seconds, so Global's going to be available as soon as that happens. If they can get the two-man call here, that would be big. They don't quite manage to catch the Phoenix, or do they? Okay, he's not... they don't have the taunt. The status bars are broken at the moment. Tornado buys a little bit of time. Ohio gonna try for the TP out, and he gets it. Nice fear from Raven. Opens up the space. Completely wasted buyback from the Centaur. 496 do just head into the Roshan pit, hoping to pick this one up for themselves quickly. They do take it quite fast. They got a lot of healing and sustain. The Sunstrike scouting it. They know that Roshan's down about half HP. Net coming over. What's he got stolen? It's just a double edge, not the most effective. Secret running interference. This Roshan attempt is slowing down a little bit. They're healing the Huskar a lot. The Supernova is going to try and buy space from the other side of the pit. They aren't looking like they're just going to focus down the Centaur. He gets Cold Snap and he'll get brought down. Gyrocopter doesn't have any mana, and they haven't got the Aegis onto him. They're still tethering this Huskar. Raven's just focusing onto him. He's got the Ice Wall down. Red just can't get out of it. He's getting kited. He's going to lose the Aegis pretty much for free. And now he's in a little bit of an awkward position. They do end up losing Ohio over on the other side of the fight. Continuing, Net does get the Stomp out. They're just focusing the Huskar. Deafening Blast in the one direction. The Inner Fire going back the other way. Charon still just fighting up. 458 not tethered yet. Yassi in trouble. One more auto attack from the Invoker is going to do it. Seal does not have enough Sunray left to finish the Invoker kill. It's a complete bloodbath of a team fight. Tornado not going to end up connecting. Can we get a root? Nope, we can get a Maelstrom proc though, and that will be enough for Raven to pick up a killing spree. He must have done... Let's wait for this fight recap. He must have done so much damage in that fight. Look at that. He was just sitting on the high ground, right-clicking the entire time. The Invoker, sure, he did some damage, but that was all Raven all day. 7.2k damage. I think he killed the Huskar twice, pretty much all by himself. And it now has the option to pick up his BKB if he wants. The Centaur is TPing in here on the trees. Does manage to get the Stomp out this time around. No fear. Can they get the relocate on him? No. He's fine. All right, yeah. Ohio is. I said, you know, how much Lone Druid does Raven play? Well, it turns out that he's a pretty damn good Lone Druid player. Looking very solid. Ohio working on his Blade Mail. Certainly going to be a nice pickup for him. Rubik gets his hands on the Stampede. All right, nice for Net. Got his Yule Scepter picked up now. Has not picked up a talent, just opting for more points in his abilities. We'll see what ends up happening on that front. And the 60 damage talent just feels like a bait, so probably just go for the HP, but he might even prioritize Arcane Supremacy over going for either of his talents. We'll see. Oh. 496 with some decent vision, but it's mostly around the river, so not really anything that they can play to go and work on these tier 2s or anything like that. So we're just gonna have to give away this bottom tier 2 tower for free. Raven picking that one up. All of Lotac in the neighborhood. Invoker picking up a Blink Dagger. I don't think this is so much about him being able to initiate as him being able to sit really far back. So like Axe can go in, Invoker can be a mile away, not really in any situation to be jumped by Centaur or anything. And then as soon as Axe finds that initiation, that's when Invoker can find his moment. So it just means he can be 1,200 units more defensive in terms of his positioning.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
They're just continuing to let Lotac have all of these towers for free. I don't know what 496 feel like their timing is. Maybe they really want this Halberd on the Huskar to help deal with the Lone Druid damage, since he was what just Shrek'd them in the last fight. Only level 15 on this Wisp, 22 minutes in. You pick this combo for the Aghanims, and it feels like it's just not really working. Oh, the Gyrocopter getting left behind. Tornado wildly whiffs, though, from... Oh my god. That was super off the mark. I could have at least... I think if they hit that Tornado, they force a BKB. We're gonna jump in, get the call now. Blade Mail pop. Gyrocopter just kills himself. Deafening Blast pushes back the Centaur. Wisp nowhere to go. What can he actually do? He's just running into the trees. Tether's still on cooldown for a little bit. Ohio finds him. Ohio dunks him. Net also chasing a little bit further over. Huskar nowhere near that fight. He was just farming on the other side of the map. They thought that they could bait the Gyrocopter. He felt confident with his BKB, but Ohio just doing so much damage with that Blade Mail. And now Lotac easily pushing in towards the mid lane. Not the longest respawn timers in the world for 496, but still, this is a little bit concerning. I think they're going to take some damage on their tier 3 tower here. They don't have a glyph available. So we might even see an oh my god, there's going to be Alacrity Bear. Look at this damage with the Spirit Link, with the... what's it even called? Wait, where's the... oh, it's on the link. With the Battle Cry. And they lose the bear. Raven going to run for it now. But he's going to be okay. They're actually just going to set up. Going for the fake back, perhaps. Get some more vision. Okay, they actually just want the shrines. Shrines, Roshan control, map control, jump in, find the Phoenix, Sunstrike him down. Unstoppable streak for Tron. And now they're going to continue this fight even without the Phoenix. They're looking towards Ohio. Tornado up under the Gyrocopter this time around. He is going to be able to get the BKB off, so they focus down the Axe first. Secret's lost some HP. Raven pops his BKB. And will get some auto attacks out onto the Centaur, but just forced to turn tail and run now. The back lines, they've actually relocated through, but Raven once again with the fear. He looks towards Yassi, gives him a couple of cursory slaps, and then continues his retreat towards their shrine, which is back off cooldown. He is sitting on top of this Radiant Observer Ward. They know where he is, but I don't know if they're really going to be able to go over there and do too much about him, especially because Lotac also scouting their movements at the same time. Centaur now going back for a Vanguard. Wants the Crimson against some of this Lone Druid damage. Yamate scouts out the fact that the bounties are being stolen, but they should be able to get both of the bottom ones, so at least if Net has anything to say about it. And he's got a slow little trot down there, but is he gonna get there? He'll be fine. What do we got? Invoker going for a Lincoln's, Axe just going for a Hood. Wisp finally level 15. Alright, they got the Scepter bonus now on the Gyrocopter. And you continue fog. Oh, was that smoke scattered? I think everybody might have been in fog at the time. But they did see that there were a bunch of heroes waiting around mid, so they might have some kind of an idea that this is going on. Net. Just the two supports. Poking their heads forward. Not really putting themselves in too much danger as the big wraparound comes. They're pushing with the Huskar and looking a little bit further ahead for more. Invoker has 2 Wraith Bands. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Lots of stat items for Tron this game. So he's just threatening bottom a little bit. If they do anything too crazy and commit really hard for one of the other lanes, then he's just going to push that out. Very important that they keep using this gyrocopter BKB. Not so much the timing, but use these charges effectively. Oh man, Lotac smoking right on top of an observer where there's just everybody waiting up on this high ground. Ohio taking so much damage, the BKB getting popped. But if they can get out with only losing the axe, I don't think that would be that bad. Bottom lane's getting pushed in by the Invoker. That's going to force a rotation out of the Centaur, but he actually ends up canceling. Invoker's coming back, axe buying back into the game. They are going to be able to pop the global silence, locking down Centaur with his own hoof stomp. And now he's just going to get right-clicked down by Raven, who now pops his BKB. Doesn't have to care about the Wisp or the gyrocopter, and just keeps on slapping. He's separated this fight into 2, which is making this really hard for Red, who is trying to link up and connect, but the gyrocopter and the Wisp couldn't do it. The Lone Druid's too strong, and in the end, Lotac, they do lose one more with the silencer going down, but they take 3, and now they're going to take charge and come pushing down the mid lane. We saw how quickly this Lone Druid bear could push a little bit earlier, and that's still very much the same case. This time around, they're just going to alacrity the Lone Druid instead, but doing good damage. Stomp completely whips. Ohio going to be waiting with the call. Should get this kill on the secret. No. Ohio backing up a little bit further, actually. Huskar buying back, and Lotac sound the full retreat. Looks like they're not going to lose anybody for this. Maybe the bear. Okay, the bear died. 300 gold for the gyrocopter. Consolation prize, but Lotac using 1 buyback, they find 3 kills. 496 using 1 buyback, they get nothing. Net with the stomp, locking down Secret. Can they get anything out of the Centaur this fight? They won't be able to. Huskar running forward, jumps over under Raven, but he gets feared back. Raven's still okay, finding some good positioning on this side of the fight. They're going to focus on the Wisp in the back lines. Invoker finds his opportunity down in the river, gets a deafening onto the Huskar as well, so now 458 is isolated. They do get onto the Invoker now, though. Raven pops his BKB, still right-clicking through. They get into the Huskar. They're focusing onto Yassi now as well. That's a dieback for the Wisp. And now without the Wisp, the gyrocopter falls. Seal, the last one alive. He'll also end up dropping. And Lotac, you can feel the confidence for them as they march down mid lane. They know that Huskar doesn't have a buyback available. There's only 2 buybacks on the 496 side. And this is looking like it should, at the very least, be 2 lanes of Rax. Raven even just hitting tier 4 towers. Alright, buyback comes out. This is a bit brave, but still going for it. Alright, that's 1 tier 4. Another alacrity soon. Wait for it. Yeah, they should probably just take the Rax. I think that's smart. Yeah, alright. Rax down, Roshan's up. That would also be nice to grab. You're gonna lose the bear again. 40 seconds to go on that. Ooh, Cataclysm. Doesn't do anything. Not the perfect timing from Invoker there. Alright, well that's Cataclysm on cooldown for a while. Oh no, Net! Watch out! Oh god. If that had also been a bash, that would have been very sad for poor old Net. Yamate trying to ward up the Roshan pit. They know that this is going to be the next big objective, but they're not actually here at the moment, and somehow 4-9... Lotac, the game's not over yet. Guys, you still have to do stuff. Hello? Alright, Tornado coming through. They interrupt the dive from the Phoenix. He won't be able to reposition this fight. That's trouble. He's just going to drop the Supernova right away. The Global comes out, but it's not quite in time. They get the Aegis. It's over onto the Gyrocopter. They're going to lose Secret now. Supernova only stunning the Bear, and the Silencer not really doing too much more. Ohio jumps in, finds the 2-man call. 458 melting onto the Blade Mail. He does manage to get the BKB up, but he's just getting right-clicked by Raven. One after the next, after the next. They've already lost the Wisp. They're just going to wait for the respawn here with the Savage Roar, with the lift, with the right-click damage. damage. They kill the gyrocopter. Alright, I doubted Lotac for a second there. It seemed like they'd kind of fallen asleep at the wheel somewhat, but looks like they're just fine. They find all 3 core kills once again. Oh, and on the other side, why not? Invoker is looking for this Phoenix. Yeah, he's got him. No, wait, Net's got him. Alright. You know, you gotta yap sword a little bit sometimes. But it looks like Lotac should be able to wrap up this 3rd and final game here for Group A, the losers match in the Chongqing Major SEA qualifiers. They are going to be knocking 496 out of the competition, and that means that they are going to have a date with Mineski tomorrow to determine the final spot. One more fight perhaps. Cataclysm coming in, pushing back. Fred losing all of his mana does just jump onto Yamate instead. He's got the Aghanims bonus, so able to keep on jumping. Maybe I spoke too soon. Nice stomp. Alright, snap meteor onto secret. Beyond godlike streak for the invoker. Nice ice wall. Where's Raven going? Raven just hitting shrine. Alright, this is it's not over yet. These melee creeps are doing it though. Super melee creeps. Okay, no. Not quite. Anyway, I still think Lotac are going to win this, so I still think they're going to be playing up against Mineski tomorrow, but maybe a little bit premature celebration there, just a tad. 19k net worth lead. What's Dota Plus say right now? 97%. No, we're not there just yet, guys. Maybe I'll start all the fanfare once we get to 99%. Who's got buybacks left? Nobody, just Lone Druid.
Radiant's top shrine.
What's Raven gonna buy now? Good stick? Good stick, yeah, alright, nice. It's got quite a bit of attack speed, just some more damage, why not? Not dumb enough to buy a rapier and throw the game against Gyrocopter, that would be extremely dumb. They probably want to take out this shrine as well. Lotac probably going to be systematic about this, maybe take out another lane of racks. Starve out the farm options. Or they're just going to come YOLOing in here and find something. Ohio, what does he spot? Doesn't see anything just yet. Okay, yeah, they just got their sights set on the shrine. They pick up a BKB for the Invoker. Everything by the book now. Just got to close it out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
What are we desperately farming here? Centaur desperately farming Crimson. Wisp desperately farming Mech. Alright, the Bear Siege continues. Tornado catches the Huskar and not much else. Bear taking some damage, but the Raven really cares. They get the taunt out onto the Centaur, dragging him out of the base. Cataclysm coming through, does big damage, Secret's dead. Down for 50 seconds. Raven, Godlike, and Lotac just resetting. Waiting for their cooldowns, bringing down the tier 3, removing that bonus armor. Ohio jumps in, gets the call once again, stun under the Huskar. Meatball rolls through and finishes him off. Raven's just sitting up here on the high ground, hitting the supernova. He takes care of it easily. Now he's focusing onto Yassi. Finally turns his attention over towards the Gyrocopter as he pikes his way out of the base. Great positioning, and that will finally be the GG called. We didn't even get to 99%, but alright, there you go. Raven gets his rampage. Fantastic performance out of the Lone Druid.